Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer, who rarely writes product evaluations, felt compelled to share their experience, urging others to consider this monitor, calling it an absolute steal for the value it offers. Our reviewer has used many different displays in the past, from various popular brands, including ultra-wides and larger, higher-resolution screens. Despite this extensive experience with more premium models, they found themselves consistently coming back to this specific 27-inch 1080p display, insisting that it is simply that good. It's surprising that a more compact, lower-resolution screen could outshine the competition, but what it lacks in size and pixel density, it makes up for with exceptional performance. The main draw is its outstanding speed and motion clarity, which stems from an incredibly high refresh rate. This creates a gaming experience so smooth and responsive it feels like having superhuman precision, with practically no noticeable ghosting or overshoot issues. Even the entry-level HDR was a pleasant surprise, delivering a vibrant and colorful picture that this client felt rivaled some displays with higher HDR certifications. To really make the colors pop, they recommend turning on HDR and slightly boosting the digital vibrance in the graphics card control panel, noting the fast IPS panel produces an immaculate image. Ultimately, this user believes this monitor is a little monster that performs far better than expected, even surpassing larger models. While some might prefer an ultra-wide for a more immersive view, our reviewer contends that even those often can't match this display's raw motion performance. For esports and casual gamers alike, this screen is a fantastic choice unless a larger size or a curve is a non-negotiable feature. In this reviewer's opinion, the only meaningful upgrade from here would be to a high-end OLED or mini LED. Otherwise, this monitor represents the best performance for the money.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer was really impressed with this monitor, especially considering the cost. You're getting HDR, GSYNC, and ridiculously fast refresh rates for the price. Our reviewer hasn't pushed it to its absolute limit, but confirms it hits 240 Hz right away, which is more than enough for most situations. The setup process is surprisingly straightforward. They even include a screwdriver, which is a nice touch. The whole thing is really intuitive. Out of the box, this display looks pretty good. Our client mentioned that it's not quite as crisp as their older 1080p monitor, but the HDR really makes a difference and improves the image quality, especially in games. The stand is sturdy and well built. They also appreciate how easily the height and angle can be adjusted. This customer's only real complaint is that some features aren't immediately obvious. Specifically, GSYNC isn't enabled through Windows or NVIDIA's control panel. You have to dig into the monitor's on-screen menu to activate it. It's a minor issue, but it would have been helpful to have it explained in the manual. Despite this, they feel that this display offers amazing value. This reviewer highly recommends this monitor to anyone with a mid-range NVIDIA card looking to maximize their performance without resorting to upscaling technologies or jumping to a higher resolution that would bog down their system. While 2K and 4K are the future, this is a fantastic option for gamers on a budget or those with limited desk space. Also, it initially looked like there was a dead pixel, but it turned out to be just a speck of dust. They haven't noticed any ghosting either. They've played a couple of games with it so far and only experienced some screen tearing in one, but that was easily fixed by limiting the frame rate within the game's settings.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer's initial thoughts on this display are very positive, especially considering the build quality. The monitor and its stand feel really solid and well balanced. The stand is a bit bulky, but it wasn't an issue for this client as they opted to wall mount it using the VESA mount. The flexibility to adjust the height and angle is a major plus, something that's sorely lacking in our reviewer's other monitor and makes life much easier. Regarding the screen itself, the backlight bleed is minimal, almost unnoticeable. There's a tiny bit in the top right and lower left corners, but it's so faint that it's not a deal breaker. There also seems to be a stuck or dead pixel in the top right, but it's so small and out of the way that it's practically invisible during normal use. Our reviewer hasn't even bothered trying to fix it since it doesn't impact the viewing experience. The main complaint after just a day of use revolves around the color accuracy. Straight out of the box, the racing mode setting made everything look washed out and inaccurate. Getting decent color requires fiddling with the on-screen display, OSD, which is a bit clunky to navigate. The OSD buttons are located on the right-hand side, which could be inconvenient for users with another monitor positioned to the right. The cinematic mode does improve the colors, although it's a little too bright for this client's taste. For now, the reviewer plans to keep this display and try to calibrate the colors more precisely. They haven't had a chance to game on it yet, but fully intends to update this review with their gaming experience soon.
And that's a wrap. If this video was helpful, like and subscribe. Got questions? Let's chat in the comments. See you soon.